Hey, what's up, guys? Young Bucks, Old Goats. I'm the GOAT, episode 42. Cheers. And today, I'm going to give you, throwing you a little something out the box here, a little curveball. My review of the Netflix show Mucho Mucho Amor, The Legend of Walter Mercado. You know, I wasn't going to watch this. I had heard about it, and then I kept getting, like, positive reviews on social media and from some friends. So I said, yeah, let's watch it. And man, it was super nostalgic. It brought back a lot of memories. You got to think, Walter Mercado, if you're, from my generation, that guy was just like interwoven into your daily routine all the time. Whether you were, you got home from school and your mom's watching, some TV, I forget what channel, if he's 23 or Telemundo or whatever, he had his little 15 minutes there, or you were watching Sábado Gigante, or, I remember working with my dad, and we had to wake up at ungodly hours to go work construction, and sometimes on the way back, we'd spend, a lot of time in traffic, and all you had was the radio, and it was always like Cervelio del Valle, who was giving you some baseball scores and updates, and then you had Walter Mercado on there too. He was giving you the horoscope on the radio too. For decades, the dude was everywhere. Walter Mercado was a little bit Michael Jackson, a little bit Liberace, but just an icon, really, because the guy did it for so long. And it's on Netflix. It's about an hour and a half long. If you grew up in a Spanish household, I think you'll enjoy it. Because everybody was waiting for their numbers or their horoscope, and it'll definitely bring you back. I knew he had died last year, so I was not expecting to see him in the documentary. So that was a surprise, to see him there. So I guess obviously they had been filming this prior to his death. So that was cool that they got to have him on before he passed. And man, big takeaway that Bill Bakula or Dracula, whatever you want to call that guy, with the 6-year battle for Walter's name, which he had to change his name, I think, during that time to Shanti Ananda. That's my asshole of the week, that guy somehow finagled Walter Mercado into signing over like his likeness, his name, everything, and he had to go 6 years just to get that back. That probably took a lot of life out of him. And I don't remember, that was towards the end. I don't remember hearing about that too much. But that guy, and he appeared on the documentary, and he said, I have zero regrets. What a D-bag. Obviously, I have memories of my mom watching. My mom's always playing the lottery and listening to the numbers and all that. I have a lot of memories of that. My dad, of course, making fun of him, and it's childish, but growing up in Hialeah, a lot of people, he was the butt of some jokes, but dude, the guy lasted forever. Even to his face on TV, they would make fun of him sometimes, and they show some of that in the episode. He handled that pretty well, and he had that distinct way of Capricornio, Tauro, of delivering the horoscope, which was, and the hand gestures, obviously the outfits too. So that was one of the most shocking parts of watching that, and I lived it too. So I remember, not that he was who he was, not his hair or his appearance or his sexuality or whatever, but the fact that the dude was for decades able to make it in this whole Spanish machismo culture, and he was still there all the time. That's probably one of the most one of the most important things that he was able to do that throughout all that. Also, those capes, I'm sure like wrestlers too, like the Macho Man and like Ric Flair probably got some of his capes. I saw a Puerto Rico cape that he wore to some parade or something there. That looked like something like the Macho Man might wear. And another thing that I forgot because I wasn't really paying attention at the time was that almost always his horoscopes were very positive in nature. You know, always very inspirational. So you know, I'm sure a lot of like our moms and stuff that watched him, you know, that was like a little, you know, little highlight of their day to get their horoscope and get like a little positive, inspirational message from him. So, and you know, he always had that ending, sobre todo, mucho, mucho amor. So, super positive dude. Very distinctive way of delivering the horoscope. That guy will never be forgotten. And I didn't know that he had been on Howard Stern. They show a little bit of that too when they tried to do like get him into the English mainstream. And the guy was imitated a bunch of times. They show a lot of that in the show too. So the best part probably was that before he died, they got to do that like a tribute to him in Miami, and he hadn't been in the public eye for years, so he had to get that special. He was able to get that special event honoring him in Miami. He did have a heart attack shortly after that, so sometimes, you know, some people after, like, I've heard of this before, an important event happens in their life, you know, they can finally, you know, move on and you know, go to that next place, wherever it is that we go. I don't know where we go. But, you know, sometimes people, you know, are able to do something that they've been wanting to do, or some sort of closure happens. For him, it was, you know, he got his name back finally. He hadn't been in the public eye, you know. He looked like he had a great time. So, that's pretty much it, man. I enjoyed it. If you grew up in a Spanish household, you know who this dude is. It's going to bring back a lot of memories, some of the shows he was on and all that stuff. Rest in peace to Walter. And guys, always remember, sobre todo, mucho, mucho like, mucho, mucho subscribe. We'll see you next time, guys.